What kind of car are you working on?
The car we're working on is a Nissan
You gotta look at the camera.
Pathfinder.
What year?
What?
2006.
2006.
And what we doing to it?
We are fixing the engine.
No, we're putting the fan clutch in. Say we're putting the fan clutch in.
We're putting the fan clutch in.
And the belt.
And the belt.
And the thermostat.
And the thermostat.
Say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the notification bell right there. Bye. See you next time.
There's two bolts that go there, two 10 millimeters. They're missing. Make sure you take them out before you attempt to take the air intake tube up, or you'll break that air intake tube and possibly cause some leaks. So don't forget those two bolts. So there should be a rubber isolator inside both of those holes on the air intake tube, as well as a 10 millimeter bolt that attaches it to the engine. This vehicle, however, does not have them because someone decided not to put them back. So just make sure you don't forget to remove those two bolts and put them back when you're done. Alright, so it's pretty difficult to get a good shot of the wiring harness that is attached to the fan shroud and the cooler hoses that rest on the side of the fan shroud. However, you do need to undo the 2 or 3 items in that area that is attached to the fan shroud before attempting to pull it out. You can remove the battery, and it will make removing those items over there a little easier, so I suggest that you probably remove the battery and get those 3 items out of the way. There are a total of 4 nuts that hold the radiator fan onto the water pump. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video clips of me removing the 4 nuts that hold the radiator fan to the water pump, but there are 4 nuts, and previously I only pointed out 3 nuts in the clip a few seconds ago. So I just want you guys to be aware that there is a total of 4 nuts holding that radiator fan onto the water pump. You have to undo all 4 nuts before you can get that fan out of the car. So Just make sure you are able to turn that fan. You can loosen the belt up a little bit to turn the fan so you can get to that bottom nut, because you'll only be able to get to the 3, and then there's one at the bottom, or however it ends up being positioned. But just be aware that there is 4 nuts holding that fan onto the water pump.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the rain, down in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt. I'm wondering what you got for me. Egyptian cotton is hard to beat, my lady on me. I'm wondering what you got for me.
Alright, so I decided against draining the cooling system using the petcock, also known as the radiator drain, and just went for the lower radiator hose because it's much faster. Now, if you are only changing the radiator fan clutch, you do not need to drain the antifreeze from your radiator, but you should remove the fan shroud even though it's not absolutely necessary. You can get the fan out without completely removing the fan shroud, but it makes the job a little easier. Now, if you do opt to remove the fan shroud, you will need to undo the transmission cooler hoses from the shroud at the bottom. Now, you can probably see the cooler hoses right there in the video right now. This will allow you to lift the fan shroud out from the top and not rip the trans cooler lines out at the same time. That wouldn't be a good idea.
Everything you do gives me butterflies. I'm wondering what you got for me. Egyptian cotton is hard to beat, my lady on me. I'm wondering what you got for me. Egyptian cotton is hard to beat, my lady on me.
So make sure you remove the upper radiator hose before attempting to remove the fan shroud. If you don't remove the upper radiator hose first, you probably won't be able to get the fan shroud out, but doing so, it should become pretty obvious that the upper radiator hose needs to be removed. So let's do that, and let's get the fan shroud out. Alright, so looking at the footage while I'm editing has me thinking that the fan can probably be removed without removing the fan shroud. I bet if you took the cooling hoses at the top out of their brackets and maybe unbolted the brackets, you would be able to get the fan out as well. Not 100% sure about that, but it is a possibility.
Everything you do gives me butterflies.
Those are the 3 10mm bolts that hold the thermostat housing onto the engine, and those are the 3 bolts that you need to remove.
Spending by yourself, but you'll miss me when it's getting late. Got it all, babe. Safe house when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let me. Got it all, babe. Safe house when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go. If you let go. work it out, but it won't end. You are never true to heart. You need me when it's getting dark. Got it all, babe. Safe house when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let me. Got it all, babe. Safe house when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go. If you let go. If you let go. If you let go.
Alright, so before you take the belt off, it's a good idea to just sketch out a diagram of the belt routing so you don't have to search online for it later, or you can pause the video and take a screenshot of my diagram. Either way, whatever you want to do. There's the routing right there. You can pause it right now, take your screenshot. These locking hose clamp pliers come in handy, especially for larger hose clamps like on the radiator hoses. You can pick a set of these up from Amazon. Pretty much any brand will do. They are not one of those tools where having the absolute best quality matters, because at the end of the day, they are just hose clamp pliers, and I personally don't see the value in spending a fortune on them. I did include links in the description for a decent set at a reasonable price, so be sure to check those links out. Alright, so there's the part number for the cooling fan clutch. In case you need to order it from Nissan, there's the part number. Take note, 2006 Nissan Pathfinder. So after you get the fan situated on the water pump studs, and maybe even put a nut on to keep it from falling off and getting in your way, you want to make certain that the bottom of the fan shroud is seated on the two support tabs on the radiator shown in the video right now before you bolt it up to the radiator assembly. Don't forget to attach the wiring harness and the transmission cooler lines onto the side of the radiator fan shroud. Alright, be certain that all three tabs in the upper part of the airbox is seated fully and that you are not using a cheap air filter that does not fit the airbox properly. I can't tell you how many times I've seen customers come in with drivability issues on Pathfinders, Frontiers, and Xterras because some dirt is stuck in the mass airflow sensor. Almost always it's because of a cheap air filter and or airbox not being fully seated. Yes, it's a little tricky to put together correctly, but it's cheaper than paying me to fix it after your car starts running like crap. So just make sure that your airbox is seated correctly and you won't have any issues. This is the Uview 550-500 Airlift 2 cooling system refiller. The airlift essentially does what it says in its name and lifts the air out of the cooling system by putting the cooling system into a vacuum and siphoning coolant without introducing any unwanted air pockets. Air pockets are the reason you are told that cooling systems need to be bled during a drain and fill service or for any type of work that involves coolant removal and replacement. The airlift eliminates the time-consuming process and gets all the air out at the same time it is filling the system, which takes only about, well, how long did it take me to do on the video? Let's find out.
Came through dripping Aquafina, I'm sipping 15, kept a weapon on me. Blow make digits, I'm on my business, stack chicken like what it's gon' be. Crew in the cut, hey, you want us, red run when I tell a peace. Love is love. Love is love. Adios. Bendo with the switch again. Boy deliver like he heffernin'. Core with digits, give him estimates. Somersaults for my Benjamins. I got what you need, baby. Skirt the Chevy, make a scene, baby. LABB been the team, baby. Bim Papa, word the G, baby. Look, labs in my finish. Had a handful of lemons through the hand. Got a bag, now the hands in the business. For my hand, it's a ticket. Talking market for the business. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I've been playing with the minutes that they been to the game. And I'm flipping every digit that they been to the paid. Had to find a way to get it. No decision what you made. If I ever wanna hit, then I'm frank with the blade. And I'm breaking the blink on the brink of some dumb shit. Watch how I move, cause I know the rink's coming. Watch for the blues, cause I know that they dumping. Nothing in my view, so it's hush on discussion. Hush on discussions, you know what you need to. I keep it in the fam to let you know that I don't need you. Y'all cats be
Alright, we got some movement now. See, I'm pressing that blue button. We're going into the green. The idea is to get it into the green. Man, this hurts. That button is hard to press. Once you get it into green, you know you don't have any leaks. There's leak tests, and it bleeds the system at the same time, saving you time and aggravation. Look at the holes collapsed. The upper radiator holes. The lower one is collapsed, so. Alright. So, I wish I had another hand. I'm gonna open this up, this valve here, and watch it suck the fluid in. Make sure that it doesn't suck any air. It's gonna suck all of that fluid out. You can see it coming up through the holes. So make sure that that thing is fully submerged inside your fresh antifreeze tank. What I usually look for is for this upper radiator hose to decompress. Once it's decompressed, you can pretty much be assured that all the air is out and the system is completely filled up. And what I'm doing right now is keeping downward pressure on there because that's kind of like a cone nipple. It's like a one-size-fits-all type deal. So it's not the best fit, but it works. It does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, my hand is getting a little shaky. Uh-oh. Looks like we've run out of antifreeze. That's not good. But I think we got it. Let's see where we are. I think we got most of the air. Okay, so we did not have quite enough antifreeze in our jug, but luckily we had already got all of the air out of the system and only required a little bit to top up the pressure tank / reservoir. That process only took about 3 or 4 minutes to fill and bleed the cooling system using the airlift. We had heat in the car within 10 minutes, which tells me that there is no air trapped. Yeah, we're done here. Hakeem with AutoFix Pal, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment.
Subscribe, like, and comment. Be sure to hit the bell for notification. Thanks for watching. Bye.